Hello, everyone. I'm Charlie Brown, the webmaster of MichaelIcebergMusic.com, and we're talking with Michael Iceberg. Hello, sir.
Hello, Charlie.
We're going to throw another question at you here. We're going to shoot an Ask Michael, and this was sent to us by a fan through an email to the website. Michael, here we go. What can you tell us about working with James Griffin and his crew on the 1973 song Going Back to Boston?
What is it he wants to know?
What can you tell us about your experience working with James Griffin and his crew on that song? Any stories or recollections?
Oh, boy, I hope you got time. First of all, I never performed on a recording of anybody else's until then. And James Griffin and Rob Royer came down to where I was playing at El Torito's in Redondo Beach. And they said they'd like me to appear on this recording. And so they had these guys come and pick up the whole Iceberg machine. And I had never let anybody else move the Iceberg machine before. And but they were doing this recording at Wally Heider Studios. And I heard from people that this was really serious stuff. That, you don't record at Wally Heider Studios unless you're, really serious stuff. So, and Brad and all that, and Jimmy and Rob were two of the three original Bread members. Mm-hmm. And so I went to the studio, and I had Benny the dog with me. Huh. And I didn't know that was a no-no. That you don't show up at a recording studio with a dog. And that was the first problem we encountered. What to do with the dog. So Rob is a very serious man. I want you to know Rob Royer is a wonderful, sweet, beautiful man. But he is also very serious. And I wasn't near that serious. And I couldn't believe that it made such a big deal about the dog. So I had to go and find a place that would take the dog. I found some veterinary, I don't know, animal, I don't know. But we got the thing in the studio, and going back to Boston, I was learning the song, and the thing I did was right off the top of my head, and it was really inspired. I felt really inspired over it. Mm-hmm. I don't know if you remember the lick. It was da 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 da.
I listened to it. Mm-hmm.
Well, anyway, they were really happy with that. I'll tell you who I met there.
Who did you meet, sir?
Cat Stevens.
Oh, wow.
Because Cat Stevens was at the session. And I was really a Cat Stevens fan, Longer Boats and Moonshadows. And I just loved everything Cat Stevens did. It was just great stuff. And he looked at me and he said, hey, that was really good. I'd like to have you record with me sometime. And boy, that was like the most amazing. That just blew me away. In fact, I was waiting for the call for the rest of my life. But he was just so nice to me. It made me feel so great.
That's great.
It was just it made it a very unforgettable experience. And
were you able to do it in a single take, or do you remember if you had to go more than once?
Well, I wouldn't have known how to do it a second time because it wasn't planned. It was just off the top of my head, and I would have had to really go through it and learn it.
So that was the first pass.
It was the first cut. It was the first take.
That's great.
And you could tell the meter isn't great. But it was inspired and it was passionate, and so that was a terrific experience. And it led to my association with Rob Royer and Jimmy for many years. I'd like to consider that I'm still associated with Rob to this day. And I think I'm going to call him.
Neat. Well, thank you, sir.
That's free. All right. You'll have to ask me about turkey legs sometime.
We'll work that into the next Ask Michael. We'll ask about turkey legs.
Yeah.
Okay, folks, we're going to wind up here for this one. This is another Ask Michael. Again, as always, thank you, my friend. Thank you for your time. I hope you have a good weekend.
Charlie, it's great to talk to you.
We'll talk to you later. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.